World of Warcraft, a titan in the MMORPG world, 20 years strong and is still pulling in millions of players. But what if I told you we might be heading into uncharted territory, the console world? World of Warcraft is one of the most iconic games of all time. Since its release in 2004, it's dominated the MMORPG genre, fueling late-night raids, lifelong friendships, and legendary expansions like Wrath of the Lich King. And even after 2 decades, WoW still shows no signs of slowing down. With both Midnight and The Last Titan on the way, Blizzard is clearly all in on the future of Azeroth. But after 20 years of being a PC-exclusive juggernaut, WoW could finally break free from the keyboard and mouse. And that does sound pretty crazy until you do consider one thing: the Nintendo Switch 2. According to reports, the Switch 2 may include mouse functionality through its new Joy-Con design. And that could be a game changer literally for games like WoW, which rely heavily on both fast and precise controls. So let's break this down. The original Switch merged both handheld and console gaming. So now the Switch 2 might bring PC functionality into the mix. So this opens the door for franchises like World of Warcraft. Now, this is all just speculation right now, so let's not get too carried away, but let's not forget Nintendo's console has already hosted Blizzard titles like Overwatch and Diablo 3, so it might not be all that far-fetched. If Microsoft, Blizzard's parent company, wants to expand into the handheld space, then this is going to be the perfect opportunity to do so. Microsoft has already confirmed themselves that Xbox games are coming to the Switch 2. So Microsoft and Switch already do have that communication going internally between the two, and it is almost guaranteed that Blizzard Games has come into the mix at some point or another. Now, another thing that has just recently happened, and Blizzard has also just recently announced in some very major news, that they are making some very major overhauls to their UI. Now, while there is some controversy between whether or not these are good changes, a lot of people are speculating that they are gearing up for a mobile release of some sort. Blizzard plans to introduce things like a built-in damage meter, a rotation helper, and various other quality of life features that new players will be able to get access to just by simply installing the game and not having to go out and install a bunch of weak auras and add-ons just to simply play the game. Now, this is very important, and I think that this is something that a lot of people are overlooking because there has been a lot of negative feedback about these new features being added to the game, especially like the rotation helper. The whole idea behind this is to open World of Warcraft up to a brand new audience. It is no secret that most of the people that play WoW are between the ages of 25 and 35 years old, and an audience that is growing in age is not necessarily great for business. In a way it is, because people in this range do have deeper pockets than something like a teenager. But at some point, the new generation has to take over whatever game it is for it to continue to live and to have a growing player base. So I'm not simply saying that WoW is in a decline or anything like that, but WoW is definitely far from its glory days back in Wrath of the Lich King. And as things do move closer and closer to a mobile environment, eventually WoW is going to have to adapt. So this could be a fresh new generation of players joining either the Alliance or the Horde, and this could be a bold new direction for a game that's really never stopped evolving from day one. Now, it's too early to call anything official yet, but the signs are all there. And if Blizzard and Microsoft are serious about growing WoW's reach, then the Switch 2 might be the big next leap. So what do you guys think? Could World of Warcraft actually work out on the Switch 2? Would you play it on any sort of console? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel for